As we await this matchup between the Cavaliers and the Seminoles, KK Timpson gets it out to Latson, who pushes the pace, running the floor. And they get an offensive rebound and a reset here with Johnson, who made the three. Now she sets up her fellow freshman, McGee, and that splashes through.
The freshman from Florida State, Carla Villegas, with the three-point attempt, couldn't get it to fall. And the Hoos are connecting on all cylinders as Olivia McGee takes it right at the Seminoles. Swatted away by Paris Clark.
Off the inbounds play, well designed by Florida State. Latson gets the lay-in to go. They also had an interim year during COVID when then head coach Sue Semrau stepped away, took a leave of absence, had 12 ACC wins last season. Did coach Wyckoff the year with the Noles, exceeded. Florida State certainly a contender in this league as they try to continue the run, but London Clarkson in traffic, got it to go and won.
By Virginia, Paris Clark finding Clarkson, who then puts it on the floor one time to go to the opposite side with the
6 minutes left here in this opening quarter. UVA leads it by 8. Make it 5.
Three-point shooters on this Florida State roster. Shoots at 41% from beyond the three-point line. Knocks a big one down there for the Noles.
Boy, just everything on the other side for Virginia is going.
5 from the floor so far for Latson.
Good look off the inbounds play once again, and you cannot lose track of Sarah Bejetti for a wide-open corner three. Bejetti and the Noles swing it to the corner. Turnage had a thought for a second. Virginia recovered well, though. Latson dishing Timpson down low.
KK Timpson used her athleticism to their advantage.
Bonner got caught behind the screen for a second, but recovered well to chase McGee off the wing. Florida State has survived the early onslaught and is very much on the comeback trail. Good looking move in the paint and a nice job on the offensive glass by the Cavaliers. Quite a player whose career began at the University of North Alabama, then went and played JUCO at Jones College. There's Clarkson cleaning up her own miss. And Florida State conceding another offensive rebound.
No field goals in the last 3 minutes and 30 seconds. 2 of their last 10 from the floor.
Villegas, too strong. SK White got it off the offensive glass. It was all Virginia early on in this one. Florida State's trimmed the lead down. And right on cue, Jillian Brown with a three.
They have so far here today.
Virginia leads at 27, just have not gone for KK Timpson and company. Smith cutting to the basket, dishes it into the paint. There's a block by the Noles. Timpson asserting herself. Turnage driving off the kick, high off the glass, missing everything. And back the other way comes Johnson. Johnson pull up.
KK Timpson wears 21 in honor of her head coach, Brooke Wyckoff. Certainly making her coach proud here today. Big time shot there over Sam Brunel.
Lead down to 4 for the Cavaliers. They led by 5 after the first quarter. Johnson off the shot fake, runner in the lane, gets the high kiss and through.
So far the Noles have been to the line 10 times.
Florida State as a team making 8 of those 10 free throws, and Timpson's really starting to heat up now for the Noles. Inside 10, meanwhile, here for Virginia. Johnson over everybody, got it to go. Florida State worked him deep into the shot clock.
That is a great shot from Johnson. 11 points now for her to lead all scorers.
Into the middle of the defense, and a nice pass by Latson down to Timpson for an and one opportunity.
To work again, Latson over the top of that zone. Nobody can get there. Latson knew exactly where she wanted to go with it when she got it in there.
Nice interior passing once again by Virginia, and Clarkson lays it in from the perimeter. Here's Sam Brunel off the inbounds, the transfer from Notre Dame. Looking for space, turning around Turnage, and there's Snoop skying for the rebound.
Yeah, those long arms of Snoop Turnage come in handy there for Florida State.
Oh, good look. A kick from Latson, and that is straight money for Snoop.
Looking to go inside out.
Back inside Bonner, looking for space, missed it, but S.K. White is there to corral it.
All of junior college last season at Jones College with a big one there for the Noles.
Good look, inside out. Johnson short though, but there on the offensive glass, getting her own miss is Johnson. Second effort, no good. And there's White, who you mentioned, the big rebounder from Jones College, bringing down one for the Noles here. Latson nearly lost the dribble, somehow kept her footing and put that up over two defenders high off the glass. As we approach the final several minutes here of the half, into the middle of the zone. Gordon gets it back outside. Villegas, though, got it blocked. Virginia trails by 4 to Florida State. Clark off the screen. And Virginia doing a really nice job on both sides on the glass. That's been a problem, though. A fourth turnover in the last several minutes, and Omaria Gordon makes them pay in transition. 12th turnover by Virginia in the half. This is a Florida State team that on average has forced about 15 a game. Timpson down low. Kept the ball, put it up, and got it to go. Virginia needs a basket, and they need it badly. Smith looking for room. Gets it out to Johnson on the wing. Dribble penetration. Good looking stroke by Johnson. London Clarkson, the transfer from Florida State, sends it in off the inbounds, then off the rolling action along the baseline, gets the lay-in to go. Too strong for the Noles. Back the other way, spinning in the paint, getting back her own miss and finishing is Camryn Taylor, and we are tied at 43.
Yeah, not sure exactly what the message was from Coach Mox at halftime, but her team has come out inspired here to start the third quarter, much like they did in the first quarter.
Johnson, 3 more!
Take a look here at the defensive intensity. Clarkson stepping in the passing lane, and then Kymora Johnson just bringing it down.
Gordon guarded by Clarkson, back out top to Latson. Dribble drive into the paint, count it, and one.
She stepped into that passing lane and I think got a hand on the ball and knocked it away from Nguyen.
Tied up at 46. Not anymore. McGee, meanwhile, short from the mid-range. Bajetti pulls it back out, steps into it, and knocks it down. At the Donald L. Tucker Center, Latson, Bajetti making Virginia pay. Gordon, down low, Timpson. Triple team, stripped of the basketball on the way up on second effort, and here come the Cavaliers. Florida State team that averages roughly about 15 per game this season, or 15 forced per game this season. And there's Virginia once again. Player of the Year, McGee, a top 50 recruit, Nguyen on the U18 Swedish junior national team.
That is a bright future for the Virginia Cavaliers with those three in the lineup playing significant minutes here today.
Latson calls her own number, and wow, here comes Latson back the other way. Kick to Tucker. Dribble penetration, good looking stroke for Alexis Tucker from the free throw line. 8 for the Noles, it's their largest of the game, and there's a steal. Tucker inside. Back the other way in transition, Omaria Gordon short. Johnson looking to run. Guarded by Bajetti. Count it, and one.
Like it was on the floor before the shot attempt.
Lead back down to 6. Johnson pulls it out. And that's a good-looking 3 for Camryn Taylor. Virginia wanted a travel call on Omaria Gordon in the paint. And there's Alexis Tucker coming back and knocking down another mid-range jumper. Also 4 assists for Latson, who's forced a couple of turnovers, 1 steal to her credit. Speaking of turnovers, looks like Virginia came away with a block. Here's Johnson calling her own number. Nifty footwork by Johnson.
5 of 24 from the three-point line for the game.
Johnson fouled on the way in. Count it, and one. Missed the free throw, and Florida State hangs on to a 1-point lead for the moment. Latson, elbow, count it. 60-57 in favor of the Noles. Johnson from the wing, 3 more for Johnson.
Johnson there just blows by the Seminole defense.
Point blank, missed it. Got back her own miss. Latson now. Nifty footwork, knifing her way into the paint and getting it to go. 4 rebounds and a block to this point in the game. Mid-range, what a good-looking stroke by Camryn Taylor. Florida State hanging on to a 1-point lead. Well-designed play here. Brown and the Cavaliers jump back in front.
Outscoring Florida State 26-22, including this big 3 from Jillian.
Her fellow freshman Johnson on the logo, guarded by Omaria Gordon. Brown around Latson and out with Bajetti. Here comes Sarah Bajetti running the floor and laying it in transition. We are tied at 65. Clarkson nearly lost the handle off the entry pass by Johnson. 1-point lead for Florida State with roughly 9 minutes left. Johnson high off the glass, 27, and Virginia has the lead. Nice pass by Latson, and Timpson couldn't pay it off. Gets it down low to Clarkson. Brown swinging it back to Johnson. Inside out, now back inside. Nguyen from the free throw line. Got it!
That's her first made field goal after knocking down 4 free throws earlier in the game.
6 points in the game for Nguyen, and that is more like it for KK Timpson, who lays it in. Clarkson down low to Nguyen, and Nguyen has equaled her season and career high of 8 points. And we'll see how those numbers continue to grow, if they do, with still 7.5 left. There's Alexis Tucker breaking it down off the bounce.
Maybe she can have that kind of impact here today for the Noles.
Lead down to 1 for the Cavaliers. Johnson swinging it to her fellow freshman McGee. Inside Brown, got it!
Uncharacteristically missed a few of those easy ones.
Virginia's got their leading scorer, Camryn Taylor, set to check in, and there's McGee laying it in.
McGee.
Nice pass by Latson to Timpson. She lays it in. It's a 1-score game. Johnson gets it to Brown. Inside 5. Brown nearly lost the handle, kept it, and banks it in.
Virginia trying to take advantage of the size advantage inside. Alexis Tucker, again, a little bit smaller as a guard.
Taylor got back her own miss and lays it in. Johnson to McGee. Good look, and got them all!
Take another look. Nice pass out. Nobody there to close out on McGee.
And for Johnson and all she's done offensively, it could be that 6th assist that's the biggest contribution she's had today.
Give the Cavaliers their largest lead of the game.
Omaria Gordon, that's a long 2 for Florida State.
It's going to come down to the defensive end here for Florida State, Sean. Can they get a stop and slow down these 2 freshmen?
Speaking of them, here's Johnson, and she gets the roll. Gordon working deep, knocking down the mid-range, and Omaria Gordon says, let me reintroduce myself. Johnson turns the corner, floats it up, high off the glass, and good. Timeout, Florida State.
Has had the answer every time the Noles have tried to cut into this lead.
Latson driving, left all alone, lays it in, no problem. 16 seconds for Florida State. Now inside 10. Gordon, acrobatic move, lays it in. We're down to a 2-point differential. And here comes Florida State. They've got to hurry. Latson runs out of time, and the Hoos have done it. Virginia knocks off the Noles 91-87.